finals just had its brand new update 5.5. With that, of course, we also got the 5.5 store update. Additionally, we got some developer and studio updates, which should give us some more insight on the future. Of course, as always, we'll have our last minute mentionables, which do pertain to the community and a few things around that. We got a ton to talk about. What's up, world? It's Utopia back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things the finals. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. Let's get into update 5.5. First up, of course, we do have our opening statement, and yes, Oscar is back with this one. I'll go on some further details with that there. But first up, for his opening statement here, he says, "Get ready to be the life of the party with all new items in this week's store rotation. From disco ball head person to piñata, it's time to get festive." Now, they do mention that they're deploying some additional fixes for some contracts, those that were working not as intended. And actually, his opening statement here is the exact same as the patch notes. So again, they do list here on the patch notes side of things. These are the fixes here in the content or contract bug fixes, where that applied to hit opponents X amount of times with arena carryables. Again, that one's been a known bug for several weeks now. They also fixed the earn 20,000 cash in one round 4 times in cash out modes. And this one here, play 3 matches of World Tour or Banquet. So those contracts should be working now, especially the one with arena carryables. Hopefully that is now permanently fixed. Now that is it for the patch notes. This is more of a store update. Although first up, Oscar, yes, again, is back with this patch notes. He was on vacation for the holiday season, but he is finally back now. People have also figured out that it is his birthday today. Now, yes, it's been a meme in the community to just kind of tell him happy birthday. However, today is actually the day. So if you do want to give him your birthday wishes, you can do so over on the Discord. He also does mention that he is working from home today, so he's not at the office, but he'll still read those messages. He has been replying a bunch today. Now, someone asked here if people are back from the holidays or if they're still kind of on vacation. He does mention that everyone is back this week, but last week only some were back so far. Now, in other regions other than NA, people do get a much larger vacation time, which might not be the norm for some, but it probably should be in the rest of the world. But yes, everyone is now back from vacation, so they can start to work on those patch notes. As someone does say here, will it also be 6 months for a non-store update? But Oscar does mention here, no, I'd expect next week to have more than just a store. So of course, with people not being in the office, people getting back from vacation, things do seem like they're going to be in full swing now. More than likely, that's why the patch notes for the last few weeks have been very dull. Again, it was the holiday season and people were on vacation. There was one last update from Oscar here saying that he will be streaming tomorrow, so do expect that with a World Tour update, and I'll try to cover that if there is anything in that live stream. Getting back to the patch notes, this is just for the store update portion. As Oscar does mention, we do have some new sets here. The first one is the Flare Funk set, where then we jump over to some weapon skins, the Handcraft Mayhem, the Party Breaker helmet, and then last up we have the Solitario set. That does round out the store update and the brand new cosmetics there. And we do have a few more official and dev updates here. This one was actually posted yesterday, and this one does come from Dusty, who does go on to say here that if you've noticed, the leaderboard has a Ruby studded facelift today. Again, that pertained to yesterday. And that will now include the Season 5 Ruby rank for ranked tournaments. You can, of course, also check out the top contestants in-game or over on the website, and they do showcase off the Ruby reward in its full glory. So you can check that out here, which is for the XP54, which I will also include a link in the description if you do want to head to the website. Jumping over, we do have some community mentionables. Now, there are a few. Again, I figured I would start with this one since we did get the patch note side of things. As again, this post did blow up where it said, "No way, that's it again." People talking about the patch notes being very small. Of course, someone does mention the 500-second respawn timer, which if you didn't see over on the subreddit, someone posted that they had a 500-second respawn timer. Apparently there was some crazy bug there or a hacker, we don't know for sure. But yeah, again, as I've said and as we've gone through the details with the studio update, a lot of the team was on holiday currently, and only so many were back last week, with now the full team being back this week. So things should be in a full swing here for next week and the future ones. They also have been moving teams around, as they've said before, for Arc Raiders. They're probably doing a lot of the finishing touches there, and on my assumption basis would be that a lot of the more expert team is over on Arc Raiders. Now, that doesn't mean that for sure, I obviously don't know that, but I would assume so, as that game does seem like it's here set to launch sometime soon. Of course, once they finish polishing that game, I do assume that a lot of the team will be rotated back. We'll have to wait and see on that. Again, they've said that they've been rotating teams back and forth. We do know that they have separated those out though, so people that are working on the finals are not also working on Arc Raiders. They are separate teams or separate individual teams there, even if they are rotated in and out. They're not simultaneously working on both games. Now, there was another post here that kind of did blow up a little bit where they talked about the balancing changes, but they wanted some events. They asked, like, what happened to events like Steal the Spotlight and Smoking Guns? Basically, why is the dev team stopped doing fun stuff like that? Now, as this person did mention, we did get Snowball Blitz last month, which was definitely a nice change, bringing back some of the LTMs, or at least making that new LTM there. However, yes, I do agree here. I wish they would bring back more LTMs like Steal the Spotlight and Smoking Guns. In fact, Smoking Guns is one of my favorite ones I've ever done. I really enjoy when they do the set loadouts. Even if it's like multiple sets there, I like when they kind of limit people on the sets. I think it does make it for more fun and interactive and even kind of more balanced overall. Hopefully, eventually we do get some more limited time events, even if it's like the Halloween one with that gacha wheel. I still think overall those are somewhat fun. Jumping over to some more lighthearted stuff with the community, we do have this one here from Embark Rob. Now, he did take quite a lengthy break here from the Discord, it just seems like overall, but he has been more active these last few days, where his first thing back was he mentioned someone making throwing knife poker cards. And this person, Biotech, over on the Finals Discord, did say that he's currently in the process of doing poker cards in real life. Again, kind of like the ones we have in game, which are the throwing knives. Now, he does showcase literally almost all of them that he's done so far. And again, he did get a shout out here from Rob. He does mention here that he's going to be making 2 decks, and that he'll hopefully send one over to the guys at Embark. Where Rob did also mention that they were talking about doing this last year and to sell them in their IRL store, but they haven't gotten to them just yet. Actually, this is probably one of the things that I would myself purchase from the Embark store. I don't really play cards that much, but I do enjoy kind of collecting them at least, or at least I have a gold pair of cards. So I would actually probably buy these if they did offer them in their shop. I hope they do add more things like plushies and cards, just more trinket type of items. I think those actually, at least in my opinion, sell a little bit better than just t-shirts. So I hope they do add that eventually. And if I do compare that to Once Human at all, Once Human in fact mostly was selling trinket items, or at least they're going to be. That's like in their merch section or what they're going to be offering for merch. Now that game hasn't officially launched their merch section just yet, but they do and are offering more of those items, which I actually think was more of the right idea than just t-shirts or hats, at least overall there. So I do hope that they eventually get to that. We also have one last community mentionable here, where someone does ask for more available slots on the emote board. Now, they tried to mention this 7 months ago, but they did bring this post up back again. And yeah, this is also something that I very much agree with. I really do think they should add a few more emote slots, as even Fortnite and a few other games do have a decent chunk, and I really do think they could add a ton more here. Also, again, I mentioned with Once Human, they do have a decent amount of emotes that you can go through. So I do hope they add more than just the 4 here, especially since you have sprays as well. Yeah, hopefully we do see that in the near future. 2 of my last minute mentionables here from my community. The first one here is if you have won any giveaways, please make sure you are checking Discord, as I have had people not message me or message me back even though they've won giveaways. So again, if you are one of the giveaway winners, please do message me, as I will have to re-roll those sometime soon. Other than that though, all the other giveaways have been extremely successful, and it seems like everybody is very happy with what they received so far. And then last up, of course, we do have posts on my Star Models page. We have a bit of catch-up work here to do with these, but this first one here is from Axos, where he says the gang's all here. He has a bunch of different variances with this helmet piece. I think they all actually pretty much work with it overall. So a decent, nice combination with all the outfits here. Next up, we do have another one from Adam Jesse. This one is also another cosplay of Dr. Eggman, which actually looks pretty well done here for what customizations we have. He also did try to do one for Dr. Robotnik. Pretty cool that he has the 2 major villains from Sonic. I think overall those both look very nice. Overall, that's about covered for today's video. If you like and subscribe, and into the next one. Deuce!